Hey booktube, my name is the Book Mage and welcome back to my channel. So since it is July, the month of the Medieval-athon, I thought I would show you guys my bullet journal spreads for this readathon. I haven't decided exactly everything that I'm reading yet, but I think by the time I post this I'll probably already have like a TBR of some sort up anyway, so it probably won't matter at this point. But yeah, I had a lot of fun coming up with like my designs for this readathon spread, so if you'd like to see what they are, then I guess stay tuned. Okay, hey, I was gonna do like a real fancy voiceover for this, but I'm just lazy and I don't want to. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to show you guys like my bullet journal setup for the Medieval-athon readathon. So I know there's like a lot of readathons going on throughout July, but the one I chose to do was Medieval-athon. So I guess the thing I'm going to be showing you guys today is how I'm tracking the readathon, like the different prompts and the books that I'm going to read, and like the setup that I have for that this month. So this is basically what my Medieval-athon setup is going to look like. I have the list of books that I'm going to be reading bar one down the side here, and like, can we all just take a second to appreciate the efforts I went to with the font? So the first thing I'm going to be doing today is just filling this in with pen finally, now that I've actually like decided on what I want to do. So I think part of the reason I chose such an elaborate font was just the fact that I never really get to do like fun artsy readathon spreads because I don't take part in that many readathons, like there aren't that many that interest me. So now that there finally is one that like I'm really excited for, I just kind of went completely crazy and did basically absolutely everything. Like, these spreads are just font crazy, so if you're not really into really like font heavy journal spreads, then this is maybe not the best for you. But I really like it, and I really like this really crazy, weird, intricate, medieval looking font that I've used for the title. I used it elsewhere in my bullet journal before, and I just really liked it, so we're bringing it back. I will link my Medieval-athon TBR in the top corner, but basically I put 7 books on my TBR, and like these are 5 of those 7, and like I'll get to the last one in a minute. Like, I was already planning to read Nevernight and God's Grave this month anyway, just because I really wanted to read them, but like I'm really glad this readathon has come along because so many other people are now also reading Nevernight for some of the same prompts that I am, and so it feels kind of like almost like a little weird readathon of a particular book within a readathon already, if that makes any sense. I don't know, it just feels so much nicer when like a lot of people are all reading the same book as you at the same time, and it means that hopefully I'm gonna have a lot of new people to like share opinions with about this book. So yeah, the font I chose for the book titles is absolutely crazy, but like I really enjoy how it looks. I like how just weird it is, and I especially love the God's Grave because it has like a little star in the G, which is just like perfect for the theme of that book, especially if you have like the British covers. So the reason why I only have 5 titles in my bullet journal as opposed to the 7 I've set for my actual TBR is because like these ones are the ones that I'm most confident that I'm going to get to in a certain order, whereas like the last 2 I'm not really sure if I'm going to be able to read both of them or just one of them, and like I don't want to write the wrong one down into my bullet journal and then not read that one because that would really annoy me. So like I've left a space for basically like whichever one I read first, I guess, but for now I'm just leaving it at the 5, even though I think I'm hopefully going to read 7 books. So on this side of my bullet journal I've got what I've called my like noble standing. I can't remember what it's actually called. I mean, it might be called this, but I just can't remember. And basically in the readathon, with each book you read, you increase like your rank, like your status in society. So if you read 1 book, you're a peasant, 2 books a squire, 3 books a knight, 4 a count or countess, 5 a prince or princess, and 6 a king or queen. And I know there is already like a standard like bar chart looking spread for this readathon, but I decided that like I just kind of didn't really feel like doing that. It would look too similar to how I track like some of my like monthly trackers, so I decided to just do it this way. And I actually really like this spread. I think it looks really cool, like not to brag about my own artistic talent or like what little of it I have, but I really like how this spread turned out. So like what I've done for each one of the tiers in status that you can achieve, aside from writing it out, I've put like a little symbol that I think can represent that like tier in society. So for peasant it's a sheaf of wheat, for squire it's a cup, and yes, I know that's more like a page, but we're skipping over page and going straight to squire, so I'm drawing a cup. For knight I've gone with swords, countess is heraldry, for the princess I've gone with a crown rather than giving that to the king or queen, because for queen I decided I wanted to go with a scepter. So I think what I'm gonna do to like mark out my like achieving each new tier is that the little symbol that I've put at the side of like each new rank, I'm gonna colour that in with like a nice shiny gold gel pen. And then yeah, like once this is coloured in gold, it means that I've read that book and achieved that rank. And yeah, I think it'll look really good that way. Okay, so on the next page is where I'm tracking all of the prompts. So like the really fun thing about this readathon is that as you go through your TBR, each book can count towards like one of these prompts. So like you can read a book and pick up a piece of armor or like a weapon. And essentially like the more books you read and the more prompts you meet, like the more you can like build up your character. Like these are all like little side quests. So aside from these 6 ranks of nobility there are to achieve, there are 10 different weapons and armor prompts. And since I'm only going to be reading 7 books, or at least hopefully 7 books this month, that means that I can tick off a maximum of 7 of the prompts. So essentially what I've done with my book picks, and I don't think I explained this very well in my TBR, but basically a lot of the books that I have can work for multiple prompts. Like Nevernight alone could get me the prompt of sword because it has something pointy, dagger because it features assassins, and it's shiny, so that would be breastplate as well. But you're really only supposed to do like one quest, one prompt per book. It means that if I don't get to any books, or if I end up DNFing a book, then the books that I do finish, I can just sort of like pick the prompts that I would most like them to fulfill. So for example, I picked the Adamantine Palace mainly because it filled the prompt for having a dragon on the front, which is for the helm prompt, but the book is also really shiny, and say I didn't read any other shiny book this month, then I might decide to count the Adamantine Palace towards the breastplate prompt instead of the helmet prompt. I hope that makes sense. Like I'm kind of trying to prioritize the prompts that I want to get to most. And I think like the little quest prompt achievement things that I most want to get are daggers, sword, cloak, and probably crown. So as for the like little doodles at the side of them, like the same as the other page, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to like draw these in and colour them in as and when I achieve them, I guess. Sort of like in a journal of quests where you get like a little badge or icon to say you've completed a quest, and I guess any that I don't complete will just be left sort of like a blank silhouette. And I think because these ones are like optional prompts in addition to like the nobility tier, and also it's weapons and armor, I think I'm going to colour these ones in like a nice shiny silver and then outline everything in black. So I think that would look pretty cool. So yeah, those are my 2 different little spreads for the Medieval-athon readathon. I really like how all of the pages came out, honestly. Like I really love this font, and like I really like this design. I'm really excited to like work my way like up these tiers, and again I'm just excited to like complete this page and achieve all these prompts and like get all like the cool like goodies and weapons and armor for my character. So that was it. That was my bullet journal spread that I came up with for the Medieval-athon readathon. Hopefully you guys liked it. I really liked drawing it. It was just really fun and therapeutic to sit down and do like a whole bunch of like lettering and calligraphy style stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to achieving some things and finally getting to colour some stuff in. So I will have links to the Medieval-athon's creator Holly Hart's books down below. But yeah, I hope you guys liked this video, and do consider checking out the rest of my channel or following me on Twitter or Instagram, especially for anything readathon related during this month. And yeah, I will see you guys in another video. Peace out, BookTube!